gentlemen, Sunday here bringing you another audio commentary. I know it's been a bit, but don't worry, I haven't been completely ditching esports. I've just been working on other stuff, but nonetheless, here to bring you a couple games. We do have MouzMana spawning in the top right, and in the bottom right is his teammate as the blue Terran, MouzStrelok. So Strelok versus Mana, two very top tier StarCraft 2 players here, and this is actually going to be played on Quadrant. I mean, you can just look at this mini map, you can just see all of the expansions, a very, very macro heavy map, so I'm interested to see how both players are going to choose to play this out. But nonetheless, these are two players that are very, very strong. Strelok, probably best known for his Brood War days, he was a beast in StarCraft 1 for quite some time. Not at the end of StarCraft 1, I'd say, but a few years before StarCraft 1 went down, when he was using those cut SCV cut SCV timing pushes. It was ridiculous how many people he was beating. He became a top name in the foreign scene quite quickly. But nonetheless, spawning in the top right is Mana. Mana is the StarCraft 2 player who is quite strong. No spoiler alert for DreamHack. If you haven't seen all those Day 9 videos, please shut the stream off. But nonetheless, that's your spoiler. But we saw Mana with top level performance. Actually took second place in DreamHack, which is ridiculous considering the lineup there. But nonetheless, very standard play thus far. Gas and Barracks going down, as well as the Scouting SCV and Scouting Probe coming alongside. But the Probe going counterclockwise, so indeed he will scout his opponent last, which is always a little bit of a bummer. You might not even be able to get that in if that Marine comes out on time. It might be a little close. I'm interested to see exactly how Mana's going to play this off. But nonetheless, first gas is up, Gateway is up. We aren't going to see the Zealot. We're going to see straight to the Cybernetics core here. So, very, very standard play thus far. Expect to see Orbital Command warping in. Yes, it is. And that Marine is going to be out in time. That Scouting Probe is not going to get any scouting information. It might be able to run by and suicide itself, but it's definitely not going to be in there for too long with the help of that Marine for Strelok. Looks like the Tech Lab coming alongside the Barracks as well. And that Probe diving in, saying, for my country, and not going to make it here. Barely coming up a little short up. I think he just saw the first rack, so nothing, just completely in the dark as of yet. Doesn't know exactly what's going down. A huge hint would be that second depot that has been built at the back door here, so you know it's not two racks before depots, which can be a little deadly. Is a little bit of a strong push early game, but nonetheless, Cybernetics core is up. Another pylon going down here for Mana. Mana playing this very standard thus far. One Zealot out, doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know exactly what he's going against. That's probably the reason he's going to get a sentry out here instead of a soccer. A smart move nonetheless. Going to be able to force field that ramp if needed, and he's going to be able to allow that sentry to get a lot of energy so we can have constant force fields on the ramp. But nonetheless, that SCV is running all the way back to its base. Excuse me for the misclick there, and the Zealot's going to have to back me back up, and there it is, the sentry about to pop out. What are we going to see from Mana, or from Strelok, excuse me? We are going to indeed see the second racks, and we're going to see him put a little bit of a pressure on here, bringing an SCV alongside a Marine and a couple Marauders. Might be able to do a little bit of damage, but with the force field coming out, what are we going to see? We have the second gateway going. Ooh, uno, dos, cuatro. I totally forgot Trace. That's my Spanish for me. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. We are going to see the 4 gateway play here, and you can just see nice force field on the ramp, but he's going to be a little shy on units because he's used all his minerals to build these gateways, so he might be in a little bit of a trouble for a moment while these gateways pop up, but other than that, he's going to be able to hold this off. He needs to minimize damage, though, until these gateways do come up. You can see him grabbing some probes. He realizes he has to use the delay tactic, but you can just see, I think he might have got a gateway count. Strelok doesn't know quite what he's up against. We take a look at the Strelok camera. Oh, he did see the 4 gateways. Yes, he did. So he knows exactly what he's going up against, and that is exactly the reason he's going to run back. And now you see those gateways popping up, and you see a lot of units warping in here for Mana, and you see the bunker going down alongside another command center looking to take that expo early, and he's actually completely walled off the backdoor expansion, not going to allow any pylon abuse if that is what Mana chooses to do. You've seen that a lot on this map here, and this is actually the first game I've seen on this map in quite some time, so it feels good to be back on Delta Quadrant. It feels very good, very cool map indeed, a very heavy macro map, and you can see that's exactly what Mana's going to go for. This actually allows you to warp in units here, but luckily for Strelok, he is completely walled off here, but he is a little shy on units. He's placing down that second bunker. Once that second bunker gets up, it's going to be hard for Mana to push in here. I think Mana should have attacked a little bit earlier, and I don't see him attacking quite yet. Here he goes, Guardian shielding up and running straight in there. Nice force field, not going to allow the SCVs to repair the bunker, and one bunker goes down. Second bunker popping up. Will those units pop in? Yes, indeed, they will. Two Marauders diving in there. He needs another force field. He's going to back off, and you can see all the SCVs. I'm not quite sure. He should have backed off. I think he could have done significant damage there, but nonetheless, still just relying on those 4 gateways. Command center up as well for Terran, but Terran is in no situation to expand as of yet. 2 Zealots are warped in. They're going to be able to put a little bit of pressure on the back door, but with these depots, they're not really going to be able to get any significant damage. Only going to be able to get hit and force Strelok to repair. And you can see those 2 Zealots. Here they go. Looks like they're going to charge up the back. Not quite. A little bit of a misclick here, but Mana's going to charge in here. Nice force field as well. Can he break it this time? Looks like he's going to back off. Not going to take it, realizing those bunkers are just too much at this point. Here come the great Zealots to try to take on the depot, and they have to realize their life sucks for the moment. And these Marines are going to come over, get some hits. Don't lose the 1 Zealot. Ooh, almost does. And you can see him going to back off here, and he's almost, it looks like he's going to try to use these couple Zealots to get range, or to get vision for these Stalkers, but looks like the Marine is right on top of its game. This is an A student Marine indeed. Looks like he's going to pop a bunker down as well. Screw the name Strelok, going to have to start calling him Bunker Boy. He is forced to play so defensively as of yet, and looks like, let's take a look at the Harvester count, 28-28, very even thus far. You can see that Mana has re-picked up his, excuse me, I'm not changing the tabs as often as I should be. Still used to keyboard commentaries, I guess. But looks like he is actually going to charge back up. This 1 bunker going down. Will he get the second? Maybe, possibly. No, he will not. He's going to be forced back. Looks like the robotics facility is warping in as well. So 4 gateways and a robo. Really, Mana is going to need that expansion very, very soon. And you can just see, look at this command center taking care of the second gas as well. So double SCV production. A little bit silly on few mineral patches, but he has no choice as of yet. Definitely can't choose to take an expansion. And you can see, Mana's actually going to take this expansion. He's going to get it a little quicker than having to lay out these rocks, and it's going to allow him to keep a contain on his opponent if that's exactly what he chooses to do. 4 sentries is the key number that you can just force field that ramp over and over again, and your opponent will never get in. But it looks like a medevac drop's going to be coming in. Looks like Protoss is a bit out of... Oh, I thought he might have stopped, but there is nothing there to see it. He moved those units, and those units are going to the watchtower. They are way out of position. A quick scan, and he has to know now. These probes are going to be forced to run away, and then he's going to might lose a lot of stuff here. Looks like he's going to lose maybe 1 gas if he can take off that Cybernetics core, but here come the Protoss army alongside the probe to get back to mining. 1 medevac sniped. A bit of a miscontrol here by Strelok. Expect Mana to be able to clean this up without too much of a problem, but he did delay mining time. If he wanted to lost that medevac and could have picked those up and got away, I felt it would have been way, way worth its time. But nonetheless, not a bad drop indeed. Looks like he's going to lay out these destructible rocks and going to pop down an expansion of his own as well. 2 more barracks popping up alongside the starport, and this is very nice play here from Strelok. He is forced to play very defensively, but his defense has been superb thus far, ladies and gentlemen. You can see just a tad bit behind in the economy. With that natural expansion up, it's not going to take too long to get back into it. Mana's expansion is up alongside as well, and you can see just the contain here by the Terran, or by the Protoss, excuse me. But with these medevacs, it's hard to contain this many medevacs. Looks like he might just go up. Can he get the depot snipe? Possibly put Strelok in the red, but no, he cannot. Not quite yet. Taking a look at the production tab, we do have a Twilight Council going up, as well as a few reactors and a few tech labs here. So nice play thus far.